Have you ever wondered how a thought turns into a movement, or how your mood changes from joy to sadness in a split second? Behind these invisible switches are powerful chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. Today, on the Pharmacology Vault, we're diving deep into the world of neurotransmitters, the unsung heroes of the nervous system. By the end of this video, you'll understand how they work, why they matter, and how they shape everything from emotions to memory. Neurotransmitters are like digital signals in an analog world. They're chemical compounds released by neurons that help one nerve cell talk to another, or send commands to muscles or glands. They don't float around aimlessly. They're precise, fast, and powerful, enabling thoughts, movements, sensations, and emotions to happen seamlessly. Here's the workflow. Neurotransmitters are produced in the nerve cell, stored safely in vesicles, tiny chemical bubbles. When the neuron is triggered, calcium ions rush in, and, bang, the vesicles release their contents into the synapse. The neurotransmitters then bind to specific receptors on the next cell, unlocking a response. After that, they're either recycled, broken down, or diffuse away. This entire process happens in milliseconds, faster than the blink of an eye. Neurotransmitters can be categorized by what they do. Excitatory neurotransmitters, like glutamate, push neurons to fire. They're the gas pedal. Inhibitory neurotransmitters, like GABA, keep things in check, the brain's natural brake. Modulatory neurotransmitters, such as dopamine and serotonin, adjust the volume and rhythm of the signal, shaping mood, motivation, and more. They also come in different chemical classes. Amino acids, like GABA, glycine, and glutamate, are the most basic and fast-acting. Monoamines, including dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine, are involved in deeper functions like emotion, arousal, and reward. Peptides, like endorphins and substance P, help regulate pain and stress. And others like acetylcholine, which powers muscle movement and controls attention. Let's walk through the life of a neurotransmitter, from its creation to its cleanup, a finely tuned process that happens thousands of times per second in your brain. It all begins with synthesis. Neurotransmitters are produced right inside the neuron, either in the cell body or at the nerve terminal, depending on the type. Once made, they don't just float around. They're securely stored in tiny sacs called synaptic vesicles, waiting for the right moment to be released. That moment comes when an action potential, an electrical signal, travels down the neuron. As it reaches the end, it triggers a rush of calcium ions into the terminal. This calcium influx acts like a signal to the vesicles, it's go time. The vesicles fuse with the membrane, and the neurotransmitters are released into the synaptic cleft, the tiny gap between two neurons. Once in the synapse, neurotransmitters don't just float aimlessly, they bind to receptors on the next neuron. There are two types: ionotropic receptors, which act like fast-acting switches. They open ion channels almost instantly and trigger a quick response. And metabotropic receptors, which are slower but more versatile. These receptors activate G proteins and set off longer-lasting, modulatory effects inside the cell. But just as important as release is how the signal ends. You don't want neurons firing non-stop. So, the body has cleanup systems in place. Neurotransmitters are either taken back up into the releasing neuron by transport proteins, broken down by enzymes in the synapse, or simply diffuse away over time. This cycle, synthesis, storage, release, receptor binding, and termination, is the foundation of every thought you have, every movement you make, and every feeling you experience. Each neurotransmitter system has a signature role. Glutamatergic system drives learning, memory, and alertness. GABAergic system keeps the brain calm, controlling anxiety, seizures, and motor coordination. Cholinergic system enables muscle movement and focused attention. Dopaminergic system fuels motivation, reward, and movement control, the center of pleasure and action. Adrenergic system activates our fight or flight response in emergencies. Serotonergic system regulates mood, sleep, and appetite, keeping you emotionally balanced. Even small imbalances in neurotransmitter levels can lead to major health problems. Parkinson's disease is driven by low dopamine, leading to tremors and rigidity. Alzheimer's disease involves a drop in acetylcholine, causing memory loss. Depression often involves reduced serotonin and norepinephrine. Schizophrenia may result from excess dopamine activity in certain brain regions. Epilepsy reflects a mismatch between excitatory glutamate and inhibitory GABA, and anxiety disorders are linked to irregular GABA and serotonin signaling. Thankfully, we've developed therapies that target these systems directly. SSRIs like fluoxetine boost serotonin to lift mood in depression. Dopamine agonists help restore movement in Parkinson's. Benzodiazepines enhance GABA, calming anxiety and inducing sleep. NMDA receptor antagonists, like memantine, are being used to slow Alzheimer's progression. Understanding neurotransmitters isn't just academic, it's the foundation of modern psychiatric and neurological treatment. Here's what we've learned today. Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers essential for brain communication. They come in different types: excitatory, inhibitory, and modulatory, each with unique functions. Their release, receptor interaction, and termination are precisely controlled. Different neurotransmitter systems regulate memory, mood, sleep, pain, and more. Imbalances in these systems are at the heart of many brain disorders, and correcting them is the key to treatment. If you made it this far, you now understand the language of the brain, neurotransmitters. If you found this video insightful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Pharmacology Vault for more deep dives into the chemistry of consciousness. Got a question or a topic you want us to cover next? Drop it in the comments. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed.